Okay, everybody, welcome to another video. Welcome to Southern Cross Vids, whoever's watching. Uh, I've run into a little bit of a snag with YouTube. Apparently, YouTube does not like people doing covers of copyrighted music. Now, I never realized that. In fact, I've watched covers for years. In fact, the song that I tried to publish was a solo to a very popular song. And if you go on to YouTube and search, there's countless covers of that song doing the same thing I tried to do, which makes me think, why'd you even try to do it? But I was highlighting a new guitar, which I'm going to review in this video. And so that's what I tried to do. I played the backing track without the solo, and I played my solo over it. Like I said, there's tons of people doing that. And then immediately I got a notice that my video had a copyright claim and was being blocked worldwide. It didn't say strike, though. And I always thought, well, if you get a strike, they take it down. But if you get a claim, you can't monetize it or something. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. I don't even get monetized. I don't have that kind of channel. I have under 600 subs, and some of my videos, if they're not involving guns, they don't get a lot of views. So that's where we're at. So what today I'm going to do is I'm going to do a review of the guitar, and I'm going to play some different tones. Hopefully I won't offend anybody, and we'll see what happens. You'll at least get to see the guitar, but I'm really sorry I couldn't, I'm sorry for me that I didn't get a chance to put that solo up. I thought it sounded pretty cool. All right, so stand by. Let me get set up, and we'll do a review on the guitar. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, so you might be wondering, why am I wearing a different shirt? Well, the reason I'm wearing a different shirt is because I forgot to put the section in the video that showed you the guitar, actually, and gave you a little bit of a look at the guitar, tell you what it's about, what I've done to it since I've got it. So yesterday is when I filmed the intro and the playing, which you're about to see. But right now I want to give you just a little quick look at this guitar, tell you what it is, and a little bit of a history of it and what I've done to it. So this is the Squier Classic Vibes 70s Telecaster Custom. That's the official name of the guitar. And the history of it is back in 1972, Fender, which had produced the Telecaster and was very popular, realized that many of their players, that people that played the Telecaster, were modifying the guitar on their own by putting a humbucker pickup in the neck position instead of another single coil that's normally in a normal Telecaster. They put the humbucker up. They were doing this on their own. Fender then decided, hey, we're going to put one out in production like that. So they did. In 1972, they created a guitar which looks identical to this, and it was made by Fender, and it had the humbucker pickup, which they had designed themselves. They recruited a guy named Seth Lover. He was the one that initially invented the humbucker for Gibson, and they recruited him to design a humbucker pickup specifically for a Telecaster. They wanted it to have a little bit more of a Telecaster sound, and he did. He used different types of metals for the magnets and stuff, and he came up with their humbucker pickup, which he installed. And the guitar was very popular, and it continued on for a number of years until it was discontinued, but they've now brought it back, and now Squier makes it. Now Squier, had a reputation of being a cheaper guitar. It's not cheap. I mean, I paid $500 for this thing. It's made in Indonesia, but it's made at a factory called Cort, C-O-R-T, and they make lots of guitars for lots of different manufacturers, and it's a pretty quality guitar. I mean, I have no problem with the pickups. The neck is very nice. It's well built. The electronics are all good. The tuners are an enclosed tuner. I mean, it's nice. I like it. The only thing I've done to this guitar is when the guitar arrived, it had different barrel saddles back here. They were not the brass compensated ones. Now, what that means is the compensated saddles have grooves, and the grooves, one is forward, one is backward. They allow the string to impact that saddle in a different position. And the reason for being is because Telecasters were notorious for not being able to be intonated precisely. And that was what I experienced when I got this guitar. It had the regular smooth chrome saddles. They didn't have a groove in there. They were not compensated. And I couldn't get the guitar intonated perfectly. It was tuning well, but it wasn't intonating, meaning that you up the neck, you couldn't get the tones to match. So when I put these brass compensated saddles on there, it ended the problem. The guitar is now perfectly intonated. The only other thing I did was I put that brass neck plate on the back. The reason that I did that is because it allowed me to put the serial number back there. There is a serial number on this guitar. It's on a little decal up at the headstock. I'm afraid that may eventually wear off or whatever. I put that on there so that I know what the serial number of the guitar is. The guitar is well built, like I said, and it plays really well. So I'm now going to get on to showing you the recording of the little playing that I did yesterday. So I hope you enjoy it. All right. Okay, so I've got my amp set up on a clean setting, and I've got the volume set at about 6, which is, a little about halfway up. I've got the tone knobs turned all the way down, and I'm going to give you the neck, then the bridge, then both together. All right, so let's see what this sounds like. All right, now we're going to go down to the bridge. Same progression. Okay, you can tell the difference there. The neck pickup's definitely meatier. Now we're going to go to both together. All right, now I'm going to turn the tone knobs up, and I'm going to do the same thing. Neck, bridge, and then both. All right, now we're going to go to the bridge. Same thing. Okay, and now we're going to do both. All right, so as you can see, there are different tones that you can get from this guitar by playing with these knobs, and I think that's what Fender had in mind when they did add this humbucker here. It gave the guitar a capability to do something a little bit different. Now I'm going to just put a little distortion on here on I have a box, and I'm going to change the amp setting and show you something else. Hang on. Wait, sorry, didn't mean to do that.